Hey Fabulous Tribe, join me for a delicious foot massage. All you will need is yourself, a comfortable seat, and preferably clean feet for this one. Our feet hold us up day in, day out. They keep us going, they hold us stable, and they usually do so without too much complaint and without too much love given back to them. So let's take this time to give our feet a little bit of love. We'll start with our right foot and just placing it up anywhere that feels comfy for you on your opposite thigh, and having a look at the base of your foot. What does it look like? Start to feel it. What does it feel like? Is there hardened skin anywhere? That'll indicate where you place your pressure when you are walking. And then let's start to find a little bit of mobility through the toes. So we're going to start with our big toe and our second toe. And imagine you're doing the front split. So the toes are being pulled forwards and backwards like so. And I want you to do 2 or 3 each, and then moving down to the next set of toes. And if you can start to think about the movement, not necessarily just happening where you can see it at the skin level, but start to visualize or feel that sensation moving down on a bony level. So that joint articulation is down quite a lot further than where our skin is. Once you've made your way all the way down to the pinky toe, coming back to the top, and we're going to do the side splits. So now we're pulling the toes apart, and again, think not only about seeing it here, but visualizing or imagining that opening sensation happening all the way down at that low level where the joint is connecting. 2 or 3 on each toe. And be careful not to split your skin here. And then from there, it's with your opposite hand. So if we've got right foot, left hand, we're going to hold hands with our foot. And we're going to try and slide our fingers all the way up so that we can really get a good grip in there. And then just starting to extend and flex the toes. And what does that feel like for you? How much movement can you find between your toes? A lot of the time when we wear shoes, they kind of press our toes inwards, and that'll decrease our mobility or our ability to find breadth in between our toes. And the more range of motion and mobility that we have through our feet, the better that they can hold us upright and stable on uneven surfaces. And then coming back to neutral, give your fingers a little squeeze in and pull up, lengthening your toes out. And then just starting to massage the base of the foot with your thumbs, really driving the thumb in. Making your way up from the base of the toes, through the arch, and just noticing what it feels like. If you find any tender bits, just take a moment to give them a little bit more love. Massaging the feet, we can allow a little bit more circulation, a little more fresh energy and oxygen to be sent into these muscles. And then those hardened areas, as we start to work into them, just allowing some fresh oxygenated blood to move in there and flush out the waste products, which eventually should hopefully allow those pains and discomforts to go away. And then grab a hold of either side of your foot and give it a wiggle from side to side. And notice again how much movement and mobility is available through here. There's so many tiny joints and muscles that make up our amazing feet. And again, that's so that they can move on uneven surfaces and keep us nice and stable. Yeah. From there, create a fist, and you're going to start banging into your heel. Feel that beautiful force resonating up the heel into the calf. You can take it into the arch of the foot as well. And then coming back to our primary school ways, we're going to give ourselves a Chinese burn. So taking your hands onto the ankle, and you're going to twist the hands one way and then the other, and try and get a good grip. And feel that Achilles tendon and the muscles moving underneath your hands. Feel that heat building with the friction as you twist the skin beneath your hands. And then from there, just placing the foot on the ground and trying to keep the leg as relaxed as possible. We're gonna use the heel of our hand here and create a little brushing motion up the leg. So starting down at the ankle and just brushing up from the ankle towards the knee. And allow the calf muscle to be completely floppy here. You'll get a beautiful sensation of that muscle between the hands as they meet. And then you can create more of a fist and you can start to move up your thigh. Just tapping into the front, the side, the back of the thigh. Again, let it wobble. Feel that beautiful awakening. Sending nice fresh blood and oxygen to those muscles, smacking into the side of your butt. Oh, it feels so lovely, especially if you've been doing some of our fabulous workouts. And then just coming back into stillness. Take both of your feet out in front. And just have a moment to notice what they feel like. I feel so much life and energy running through my right leg right now, and my left guy feels just a little bit dormant, dead. Let's waken him up. Bring that energy into the other side. So, same thing on the other side. Let's compare notes. What does the sole of this foot look like? Do you have those pads of skin hardened on the same area as you did on the other? Do you walk evenly, placing equal weight and forces down through your feet from left and right sides? And then let's notice what our toe mobility feels like on this side as well. So the big toe and the second toe again, forwards and backwards like they're doing the front splits. Imagining that movement coming down onto a bony level, not ending where the skin does. And taking nice big breaths as well while you're here, allowing yourself to be fully present in your body, giving our full attention to our feet. Send them a little bit of love. Once you've made your front splits all the way down to your pinky toe, coming back up and coming into your side splits, opening the toes apart and feeling what it's like on this side. What's the range of motion like between your toes? Once you've made your way all the way down to your last toe, we're going to cup our fingers or hold hands with our toes. If you have bulky rings on, I recommend taking them off because it gets really painful here. So sliding your fingers all the way in. Do they fit? Do you have that much space available through there? Maybe not today, but if you were to make this more of a regular practice, you might be able to slowly find a little bit more mobility through those feet so that they can be more agile, keep you stable as you walk over those uneven paths that life has to offer sometimes. Flexing and extending back and forth, noticing how much range of motion there is on this side. What does it feel like on this side? You can compare notes to the other, but don't judge. No room for judgment here, only love. And then coming back to neutral, give your fingers a little squeeze in, a little hug of the toes, and then pulling the toes out, and then getting those thumbs back into the base of the foot. And giving yourself a massage, applying as much pressure here as feels good for you. Breathing, watching the foot, feeling into the foot. If you find any of those areas that feel a little more tense, maybe just holding there. Send them a bit more love. Send them a bit more fresh energy as you press on them and increase the circulation of blood there. And then with your fist again, pressing into your heel, feeling that vibration of the force resonating all the way up the leg, waking up the base of the foot. You can send it up into the arch as well. And then grabbing a hold of either side of your foot and giving it a little jiggle from side to side. How much mobility is in this foot? Can you feel all of those little joint articulations that create an amazing base of support? And then coming to the ankle for our Chinese burn. Get a nice good grip here. Enjoy that beautiful warmth that begins to heat up underneath your hands as you create that friction on the skin. And then placing that foot on the ground. Trying to keep the leg completely relaxed, using the heels of the hands again, and make sure that brushing motion is coming up. So here we're inviting that blood flow back up the leg towards the heart. Our muscles do a fantastic job of creating little pumps to help our veins push that blood back up from our feet to our heart against gravity. We can give them a little bit more assistance, especially because we might have just got some toxins freed up if you had any aches in the bottom of the foot there. Oh, this feels so good. And then create that fist again and moving up the thigh. Getting into all parts of the leg, the front, the back, the inner thighs. Into the bum. Embrace that wiggle, that wobble. It was so lovely. And then just taking a moment to come back into stillness, bringing both feet back out in front of you. And feeling that beautiful, fresh new energy rushing all the way from the toes, up the legs, back into the midline of the body. Thanks for joining. I hope your feet are feeling amazing. Until next time, fabulous tribe. Namaste.